According to the Mississippi Department of Education, chronic absenteeism means missing 10% of the school year for any reason. Moss Point Superintendent Christopher Williams says 44% of students reached that threshold last year, one of the highest rates in the state.
We are leading the state in the percentages of our students that are chronically absent. We're looking at what we can do to combat what we know to be a problem.
Williams says the district is working to understand what's driving the absences, from family perceptions of school to student disengagement and barriers such as health, anxiety, or transportation. Statewide, chronic absenteeism sits at about 28%, an increase from last school year. At the Capitol, MDE outlines several statewide changes aimed at helping districts respond earlier and more consistently. Those proposals include attendance action plans when chronic absence tops 10%, a public daily attendance dashboard, and uniform attendance coding across districts. Associate State Superintendent Brian Marshall says the agency will also ask lawmakers to modernize parts of the compulsory school attendance law. Beyond technical updates, he says the department wants to shift away from a court-first approach and focus on supports for families.
For a long time, attendance in schools has been looked at as something separate from a behavioral issue or from a barrier issue. It's time for us to start doing some things differently.
Attendance officers enforce Mississippi's attendance law, sending letters to families and making home visits. Lieutenant Governor Delbert Hosemann says the Senate is working with MDE to raise salaries, lower the credential requirement, and place additional officers in every district. Marshall says proposed changes include rebranding officers as student success coaches, a shift aimed at helping families overcome barriers to consistent attendance.
We are working toward moving our state from a punitive system to a restorative practice and a proactive system when it comes to attendance versus a reactive system.
In Moss Point, Williams says the district is strengthening expectations, increasing personalized outreach, and expanding intensive supports, including a day treatment partnership with South Mississippi Mental Health.
We have to make sure that we look at those students who may be a grade level behind or 2 grade levels behind, that we have programs in place that can catch them up.
Reporting for the Roy Howard Community Journalism Center, I'm Samuel Hughes.